And I can hardly believe it. It's time for another Andy and Amanda show. This time, Andy is at the Fort Lauderdale International Airport. We have Cornell Butler and Della. We have Amanda Love.
Yes.
I can't follow the logic on that at all.
Yeah,
Hi, guys.
Yes.
How are y'all doing? How's everybody doing?
Yeah, good. How about you guys?
Great.
Yeah.
Great. Andy, you're live at the airport. How does it feel?
Fort Lauderdale. I'm live in Fort Lauderdale. Just our last show, I was live. Where was I last time? In Narberth, Pennsylvania, outside of Philadelphia. I think it was a moment ago. Live in Detroit.
You were traveling,
anyway, yeah, this is getting crazy. This is what a great way to do live radio and a call-in radio show at that, so people can call us from wherever they are, all over the United States, and in fact all over the world by dialing 515-605-9888. This is the Andy and Amanda Show. We are live on Blog Talk Radio. That's good to have everybody aboard with us right now, wherever you might be, in whatever corner of the world you are at. We're all ears. We love to entertain your phone calls, your ideas, your thoughts now, or hey, okay, or don't. You know, be that way.
Or forever hold your peace.
Yeah. Hey, Amanda.
What's up, Bob?
Let's say hi.
Oh, hello, my darling.
I'm live from cleaning up the garage.
Are you? Wow.
Yes.
So Anna's in airport, you're in your garage, and I'm sat at the computer desk. Excellent.
Yes. And Andy at the airport. What an amazing show.
I know, right?
Yes, another name for the show is Spontaneous Radio. Spontaneous Radio.
Yes.
As long as
you do a live radio show, let's just do it, right?
As long as it doesn't turn into spontaneous combustion.
Following the news, we gotta, let's. Anybody been following anything about anything?
Well, yeah. I mean, I got a lot of stuff in front of me, but there's this live thing. I'll share about the UK stuff in a moment, but there's this live thing right now that's being reported about US troops landing Kabul to evacuate diplomats.
Yes.
Yeah.
Back in Afghanistan. That whole that George Bush landed troops in Afghanistan on an attempt to get Osama bin Laden in 2002, I believe it was, right around there. And of course, he failed to do so. And Obama came and later did get bin Laden, and in Pakistan, not in Afghanistan. And we've been occupying Afghanistan ever since. Much to our dismay, as to there's no real end result. What was the plan? To train the Afghan army to defend itself against Taliban. Total failure. Biden is now bringing troops out of Afghanistan, and the Taliban is taking the country over. Now we've got to put more troops back into Afghanistan to get our own United States citizens out who are working at the embassy and related activities to get put them out of the. Also, we're trying to get the Afghan translators who've been helping our troops there. We're getting them out as well, and it's just one big debacle. It's just no hope for Afghanistan. The Russians tried it. The Russians occupied Afghanistan way back when, and they pulled out. I mean, nobody's ever been able to do anything there, and unless you want to go full, that's not what we're about. Or I don't think anybody wants to do that. And we're just. It's just been one big mess, mess. And Biden didn't put anybody there. He's pulling the troops out of there. His administration, when he was vice president, I guess maybe they could have been more proactive at that time in pulling troops out. They didn't. But it's a big mess, and I hope for Biden's sake that it doesn't make a mark against him. We need to get out of there. We're not accomplishing anything by being there. So eventually we need to pull out. It's either pull out or do something more dramatic, and that we're not going to do. We're not going to go the reciprocal way. So we got to get out of there, and that's just what he's got to do. And I feel bad for the people of Afghanistan. The Afghanistan army is just surrendering to the Taliban. You're just saying, hey, okay, forget it. I'm not going to bother. And and the Taliban is just taking. They're 30 miles from Kabul right now.
Right. Okay. Oh, wow.
So anyway, that's it. Okay, go ahead. I'll continue.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, that's something I've discovered about the US. In the UK, we got, it says, COVID, record your cough to help improve detection, says government. So it says, people who have recently taken a COVID test are being asked to record a cough on their smartphones or computer as part of a drive to improve detection rates. The government also wants people to provide short voice and breathing sound samples. Get the clips ready. As it looks at developing an app for wider use. US researchers have already created an algorithm that detects COVID from coughs with a near 100% accuracy rate. It is hoped that this type of technology will make diagnosis cheaper and easier. Ooh. It says, the algorithm can spot COVID cough inaudible to humans. Oh, okay, so we can't hear it, but the algorithm can. Yeah. Oh, goodness. It says here as well, the vaccine fertility myths that just won't go away. To do with fertility and miscarriage issues. So they're putting this about now because there are still so many pregnant people, not people, but women out there who are just not taking up the vaccine, right? Because they're scared to come across these issues. So, the doctors are extremely cautious.
Shut up and drink your shit!
Oh, no, he's back!
Yeah, that might help the situation. Drink some gin, you might be up for a vaccine. Doctors are extremely cautious about what they recommend during pregnancy, so the original advice was to avoid jab. But now so much safety data has become available that this advice has changed, and the vaccine is now actively encouraged, as getting COVID itself can put a pregnancy at risk. So the persistent claims, which are... a study shows the vaccine accumulating in the ovaries, and it's classed as false. So they've put evidence towards that, saying that is very false. The other claim was that it causes miscarriages. Again, that's been proved as false. The other one was that it attacks the placenta, and there's no evidence of that. So they're the three major claims as to why pregnant women won't go and get the vaccine. So we're a little clearer now as to that percentage of people that hasn't been jabbed.
I know somebody who I won't mention who just got married recently. She's 27 and won't get vaccinated because she thinks it's going to interfere with their family planning whenever that happens. So, which is sort of bullshit, but that's what she thinks. And it's I think her and her new husband, I don't think either one of them are getting vaccinated because somehow they heard a story from somebody from somewhere that if you get vaccinated, it might complicate your pregnancy. That's total bullshit. It's more lies, more this crap that's going on that people are just believing as to be true when there's no basis for any of this stuff. I mean, just unbelievable what people will believe. And it's further unfortunate evidence to me to explain something to me about our population here in America, around the world. I don't know, but you get these thousands, I guess millions of people who are believing these lies that are based on nothing, on stories that are fictitious, like a novel.
Yeah.
And they believe it.
Yeah.
But there's experts that are scholars and have done research and reports and theses and continue to do research and produce evidence of science to help our humanity and the cause and our planet. And and these are people who just aren't saying things and are for their health. These are well-educated, experienced researchers and doers and scientific, PhDs who have a whole lot better expertise than the average Joe on the street about whatever the subject might be, whether it's the environment, whether it's COVID, whether it's other areas of medical research. And also politics.
Yeah.
And it's a lie. No, I interfere with. No, they're injecting. What is it? They're injecting microchips in you so they can track you. Some people believe that.
Oh yes, that was a huge deal back at the beginning with the vaccine, and that still is a belief today. I think probably in a smaller minority now, but the technology that they said could be done in liquid form, not necessarily a metallic chip. So that was
Yeah, I got a question for you. Did you ever hear the song "Standing on the Corner, Watching All the Girls Go By"? Did you ever hear that?
Probably from some guy's mouth if I passed him on the street,
I
but
probably
no.
heard it on a commercial.
or some guy singing it in the hallway at Fort Lauderdale Airport. Standing in the hallway, watching all the girls. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, that's you, Andy, right now?
Are you actually doing that for real?
Only on the Andy and Amanda show.
Absolutely.
They probably think you're a spy.
Yeah. Have you got anybody kind of like looking at you? Because I assume you're on your phone, right?
No, I got my studio set up here in the hallway.
Oh.
You want to interview some people?
Really?
Do some interviews?
Yeah, that'd be so much fun.
There's a pilot sitting right down to the left of me. I wonder if we can get him on the show, maybe say a couple words about where he's going, see what he's doing. Yeah, he's on the phone right now, but I might. He might.
Tell me you're a pilot.
Yeah.
How is it at the airports, Andy? How is it? I mean, because there's been a lot of talk about being slower and, still having troubles with getting to destinations.
Fort Lauderdale's not a real busy airport to begin with, but I've been here many, many times in the past. But there are a lot of people here. All the planes are going out full. All the planes are going out full.
Wow.
You can't get anything. You don't full.
Yeah.
And you can make reservations and fly, but when they finally leave, they are full.
Yeah.
Well, but Fort Lauderdale is not. Philly was real busy. All the other airports I've been to in my travels the last couple of months have been really, really busy.
Yeah.
But this one, right, it's pretty. A couple of people walking down with their bags, walking here, walking there. Should maybe get. If I can put this, rearrange this here, maybe I can figure out a way to get some interviews going. Just interview the man on the street. Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, the street interviewer.
Yes.
Can I get your opinion on something?
Can I get your opinion on something?
Wow.
Oh, come on, guys.
Nobody listens to what nobody listens to what I say.
He's full of shit.
I tried.
I've been full of shit the last few days, if I gotta be honest.
No. Oh no. Well.
Oh dear.
There's no such thing as a G-spot.
I can't believe that Andy still can do this at the airport. I thought they was gone.
It's
so
so
they
cool to know
you, Andy, in your bag?
I should set up a booth, the Andy and Amanda show here live in Fort Lauderdale. I'm planning on doing that. There's my passion for boats. So there's a couple of boat shows near you, Cornell, on the East Coast there.
Yes.
Hey, I'm on the East Coast too right now. In Annapolis, Maryland, in October. A little over, about 8 weeks from now or so, there's two boat shows, two big ones. There's the Annapolis International Sailboat Show, and that's preceded the weekend prior to it, I believe, is the Powerboat Show. Of course, I'm more into sailing, but I might be setting up a live broadcast from the Annapolis show in Cornell, and that's something you got to come down and join me for.
Oh, I will. It's only an hour and a half from me.
That's what I figured. Yeah. So we will do a show, folks, for those of you who are into boats, into sailing, into boating, into life on the water. We're going to do a show from the Annapolis, a radio show from the Annapolis International Sailboat Show, and maybe the Powerboat Show, but at least the Sailboat Show, and I'm arranging that now with the people who produce the show.
That's very cool.
Yeah, isn't that cool? We might. I'm trying to get a booth. We'll see if they have any, because they'd have to give me what is not spoken for. I'm not going to pay for it. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Pay for something?
You're sounding like my grandfather.
Yeah, I'm really sounding old.
Oh man, there's some craziness going on in the world. You hear about those wildfires in Greece?
Wildfires in Greece? I don't know.
Yeah.
Wow. Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Absolutely
Wow.
crazy.
That sounds like a great dish.
A great lobster dish.
Yeah.
Wildfires in Greece, yeah. Some real spicy food. Reachy spicy food.
Yes, we are the best. Andy is in the airport park.
Can you imagine though if people around him could actually hear that sound clip? They'd be looking at him like, let's get away from that guy.
Like, what the fuck? They'd be like, what the fuck is going on? I'm not getting on that airplane.
Either that or they'd be going up to him and saying, excuse me, can I ask you, what was it you just ate before that happened, because I want to avoid that?
Yeah, right? Oh, you must have had number 2, Wildfires in Greece.
La 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 la.
Yeah.
Yeah, we used to sing that whenever we got hungry. Oh, I did anyway, at least. I was like, food, glorious, food, come on, I'm hungry, give me your food. Sometimes I do it in restaurants as well, just to see what people's reactions are.
Yes. Yes. So, Andy, tell us about the Philly game.
Oh my gosh! Well, we should talk about the Phillies for a little bit, because I saw the Phillies play the Los Angeles Dodgers in Los Angeles, and I saw 2 games. The first game I saw the Phillies loaded the bases a whole bunch of times. They got men on but could not get anybody home. Therefore, they couldn't score runs, and they lost all the first 2 games 3-1, and the second one 3-1 or something like that, or 2-1. So they kept the Los Angeles Dodgers at bay, who were probably one of the best teams, if not the best team in baseball. But they couldn't get anything going, and the Dodgers beat them except the last game. Then I went to go see the Phillies in Philadelphia. Of course, we had an hour and 45-minute rain delay, at which time I left during that rain delay. But I saw the first 4 innings, and they had an amazing pitcher. Some of you who are listening might know of this guy, Aaron Nola, who's just incredible. He had 7 swinging strikeouts in the first 4 innings of the game. Amazing. And he pitched against Stetzer of the Los Angeles Dodgers, who's also a phenomenal pitcher. And it was just a great 4 innings before it rained. And after the rain delay, they don't put those pitchers back in. They go to the bullpen. And at that time, the Phillies were acting like they were back in L.A., where I saw them last, just not being able to do anything, couldn't generate anything. They lost all 3 games, I believe, to the Los Angeles Dodgers. They swept them. The Phillies are going from Philadelphia. They're going to, they're playing a homestand. They'll be playing the Cubs, I believe it is. And then they go to Phoenix, Arizona. And Phoenix is not far from our L.A. studios for our Coast to Coast show. And I'm checking into it. Wait a minute, while there's a cart going by me right now, if you can hear the background noise. There he goes. They're going to Phoenix, Arizona, to play the Diamondbacks, who are the last place baseball team in the Western Conference. I might go there and see them in Phoenix and do a show from Phoenix. And after Phoenix, the Phillies go to San Diego, which is just within 2 hours south of me. And I might go to San Diego to see them play the Padres. So I might be doing some traveling around following my hometown, Philadelphia Phillies, play baseball. So we'll see how that goes the next couple of weeks here. But it could be kind of fun.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Ooh, I just read a new national flagship yacht designed to promote the UK around the globe will cost up to $250 million, the Defense Secretary has said. Woo! Wow. Yeah. 250 million. That's an impressive yacht, I gotta admit. Wow.
Yeah.
I'll have to show you a picture.
Definitely. I'd be into seeing that. My yacht is 25 cents. But anyway. The COVID stats in the United States they're surging. The numbers are surging, but the interesting thing is that the audience is a different demographic than we were accustomed to the last time we had a surge, and that the patients that are being hospitalized this summer are tending to be much, much younger. And at the current pace, the U.S. will surpass January's record high. And that'll happen within a month to 6 weeks, but the population of the hospitalizations will not be the older citizens and people with complications and blah, 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 underlying illnesses, right? They're healthy young people who have not been vaccinated. who just kind of disregard this whole thing and go out and do what they do. And it's the beds that are filling up with the hospital beds, that is, with a younger population.
Right.
So we have to see. And there's a news story circulating now of a parent who sent a child to school after a positive COVID test. And more than 80 students in the school may have been exposed. You're seeing this stupid behavior, this stupid, idiotic, imbecile, crazy, unexcusable, moronic, bullshit behavior by just stupid people. And I hate to say that, stupid people. That's what they are. They're stupid. They're ignorant. If they get there's no harm in getting vaccinated, and that is the truth, and that is what's going to defeat this virus. Nothing else will. Nothing. And what we got to be fearful of is as this thing continues to mutate and tumble. And when, as I said in the last show, when a virus mutates, it duplicates itself. That's what viruses do when they infect you. They duplicate. And they love a host. They need a host so they can thrive and they can exist as a population. Right? So what happens when they duplicate is they don't always duplicate perfectly, and that's where you get variations of the original virus. That's how it happens mechanically. But what I'm waiting for, and what I think the scientific community is waiting for, unfortunately, and is really scared of this, is a mutation which the vaccines aren't going to do a whole lot about. But when I say that, and I want to be clear about this, that the vaccine, the way this thing works, any spike protein, which is what causes, I don't care what the variant is, the certain protein which creates the foundation of all coronavirus, no matter what the variant is. There's a basic foundation, which this vaccine seems to be pretty good at. It's pretty damn good at it. So what happens though is we might see a variant that will require a booster shot. Right now, there's no requirement for a booster. If you had Moderna, the Pfizer, maybe not right now officially. Look out for it, but there's nothing official right now. There's no science, and that's what we got to pay attention to. Not rumors, not news reporters, not the media,
only but us.
Not the media. Okay, not Donald Trump saying any supporters or anything, right? What they're saying, what the scientific facts are, FACTS, all capitalized, is that we do not need a booster right now. We might down the road. If a variant happens to appear that seems to know its way around the foundation of this vaccine, especially after it begins to wane, after 6 to 9 months, after the 2-week period, after your second dose or the first dose of Johnson & Johnson, you might see a variant that says, I got this, I'm stronger than you, and I can make this person pretty sick. But if that person goes and gets a booster at that time, chances are very, very slim that person's going to get sick from that variant. But the question is, it's difficult enough to get this percentage of the population vaccinated, which is not nearly enough. Right? Not nearly enough. If you start growing the population, you got to go get boosters. What's going to happen then? Uh-oh. Then this variant comes and oh my gosh, when's this going to end? There might not be an end. It's just unbelievable.
Yeah, this is very true. I was reading today on Forbes website. They've said that the fully vaccinated may transmit Delta just as easily, and new variant shows signs of vaccine evasion, early UK research suggests. So they're saying that while vaccinations reduce the overall risk of catching the Delta variant, research published Friday by Public Health England found early evidence that people fully vaccinated against COVID-19 may be able to transmit the hyper-infectious variant just as easily as those who aren't. With their findings outlined in a new technical briefing, scientists said initial analysis of available data indicates that the levels of virus in people infected with the Delta variant after being vaccinated may be similar to the levels found in unvaccinated people. PHE called the research just early exploratory analysis and wrote that further targeted studies are needed to determine the extent in which vaccinated people can spread Delta variant to others. Separately, the Public Health Agency said another variant on the rise in the UK, a strain known as B1621 that was discovered in Colombia, has shown signs of evading the immune response triggered by COVID-19 vaccines or previous infection. And yeah, so it goes on to say that the Delta variant, which now accounts for roughly 99% of the UK's new cases, and there have been 37 confirmed cases of the newest one in England across 6 different regions, and identified in several other countries, including the United States. Are they labeling it as the lambda or something like that? Lambda.
Yep.
Yeah.
I know of it.
Yeah. So they detected that way back in 2020, but they noticed the start of the spread in June 21. So we'll possibly now see that one start to take effect and speed up a bit. And I think this is why it's crucial now for those people to try and get vaccinated, even if it does manage to try and find its way around the vaccination. At least then with the antibodies in our system, we stand a much better chance of fighting something off as it progresses. But that's exactly the conversation. Hey, folks, if you want to join us, if you're listening, you like I think it was Mike or Joe or whoever it was. We had last callers on the show from Minnesota. You're welcome to get on the conversation. Oh yeah, Mike.
Yeah,
please.
That's right. 515-605-9888. Give us your thoughts, your opinion, your ideas, what's going on where you live, in your corner of the world, wherever it might be. If you're dialing internationally, just dial 1-515-605-9888. You're welcome to join our conversation here. I'm looking locally here. Broward County, which is in Florida. The week before classes began, there were 3 educators in the school district that all died within 24 hours of each other from COVID-19 related complications. The 2 teachers and the teaching assistant, all women, died from COVID-19 this week.
Wow.
Unbelievable. One of the teachers and the teacher assistant were 48 and 49. They were from elementary schools. The other was a 48-year-old teacher from another elementary school. And you got this governor here in Florida who's just been, anti-vaccine, anti-mask. Everything's open. It's ridiculous. Crazy. Craziness. I hope he doesn't have an angel's chance in hell of being reelected, so to speak. But unbelievable.
Yeah.
Made
yeah.
But that's just here in Florida, and they've been very loose. All businesses are mask optional, vaccine optional. Don't worry, just go about your lives. Don't worry about any of this stuff. And
yeah.
And then you get these 48 years old. If it weren't for COVID, they would still be living. Their lives would still be continuing, and they'd be doing whatever everybody else does with their life. They'd be doing the same, and they died.
Yeah.
Because of COVID. Multiply that by 640,000 other people in the United States and millions around the world. Just tragic, absolutely tragic.
Yeah.
And it
is.
What is so frustrating, at least for me, mentally, is that it doesn't have to be. We can defeat this thing, and we as a population, we're not. Why aren't we doing this together? Let's defeat this thing. Why don't
we are assholes?
Right. Okay. I know. I feel your pain, darling.
Look, all of us on the show got the shot. We didn't get into those conspiracies. We just did what we had to do. So what makes the difference from everybody else? Come on.
Yeah.
I think in order to get on the show, in order for us to take your call, you've got to show proof of vaccine.
Damn right. Starting today.
That's today.
I don't know how you show us, but
I think life is going to be very hard, isn't it? With
email us your vaccine card, or else you can't join the show. Yeah.
Yeah, and if you join that show without a vaccine card, you got to wear a mask.
It's getting that way, though, isn't it? Things are becoming mandatory, and I know we had this discussion. If they didn't label something as mandatory, that it would. I think it would make things sound and feel a little easier.
Yeah.
Because people hear that word and they run. It's like, oh my God, no, this is it. Now I feel that retaliation inside me. I'm not going to be controlled by a government who's saying I've got to do this.
Yes.
It's now become a law. And, where's my human right over my own body to say what I want inside my body and what I don't? I get it.
Yeah, you're right. Mm-hmm. You're right, Amanda. Or the conspiracy is a chip, as soon as they push the button and, it's a chip that lines up or something like that. We have a chip inside us. That's what they believe.
Yeah. It's incredible. I think
they tracking Andy right now at the airport.
Yeah. Well, the whole conspiracy, I think, was, the basis of it was that the fact that Bill Gates had so much to do with funding for the vaccination to come into effect, and that he was seen at a CIA kind of training where he was doing a talk, and he had a projector screen, and he was pointing to all this evidence how by going into a different country and injecting people with this liquid, whatever it was, they could track these people and the activities of what was going on in that country. So that blew up. It was all over YouTube that Bill Gates was seen giving this, it was recorded, him, briefing the CIA and showing them all these graphs and how to do it and everything like that. So, of course, everybody took that and thought, this is what they're planning. This is what he's funding with the vaccine, and now every person's going to be able to be tracked easily. They won't have to rely on resources such as Facebook as much and Google to track everybody. And, it gets deep and it gets very dark and very complicated. And it depends how people want to go with it, really. I mean, I can understand the fear-mongering from that alone. How that can really dissuade you from getting something and give you that scare that thinks, whoa, hang on a minute. I don't want anything in my body that's going to tell everybody where I'm going to be, what I'm doing. How is that going to change my DNA? Why is it going to change my DNA? And what's that purpose? And, so on and so forth. So, so much fear-mongering. So much.
Yeah. Well, I got to say...
and you do live very well. Very well.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I seem to be living quite well right now. I'm very thankful.
Yeah.
I'm sat here talking to my boys, talking to the audience, and
that's right.
I got like my water, a smile on my face, and I'm fairly healthy. I like to think I am. So, touch wood. I'm very blessed.
And you have food in the refrigerator.
Absolutely, yeah. I got a roof over my head. I can't complain, I'm not.
While we're all doing that, you're doing great. Everybody's doing great. We're all doing well here. We're living life and living the dream, all of us here. And then you still got a guy out there who's still trying.
All I want to do is this. I just want to find 11,780 votes, which is one more than we have. Fellas, I need 11,000 votes. Give me a break.
Yeah, you're still out there.
Yeah, right.
Still trying to find your votes, man. You still trying to
go to Walmart and find them.
Wow. You know what I try and do each day? That's just, put things into perspective a little, this conversation, is that when I try and wake up, I don't try and wake up. When I do wake up each day, I go through the whole gratitude process of oh, thanks, it's another beautiful day. It's going to be an amazing day. I'm grateful I'm alive. I've got a roof over my head. I got food, all that kind of thing. And it helps put me in that great place. And I think it would help so many people to do that. It just puts life into perspective a bit more. And then those problems that get thrown at us, all the chaos in the world, it just seems a little less painful when we realize how good things really are for us in that moment. I'm breathing. I can use my legs. I can see. I can hear. I can speak. It's just those little things. It just puts so much into perspective.
Oh my gosh, Andy. Where you at, man? You okay, Andy? You okay?
You're coming
Did they get you in the hallway?
That sounded like the girls screaming at the Beatles when they travelled. Oh my God! Wow.
Yes. Oh my gosh, it's Andy.
Yes, Andy Campbell. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Hey, come on. Be nice.
Oh, well.
Andy, can you explain to our listeners
what's up, Doc?
how you... Yes. Can you explain to our listeners how you are doing the show from the airport? Explain our technology on the Andy and Amanda show.
I'm at the airport doing the show. What else do you want to know?
Yeah. How are you able to do that?
I'm talking. I'm talking. I'm using my the phone connected to the studio, and through the internet, and I can control the studio via my smartphone.
Wow.
So you call into the studio, literally call into our platform that broadcasts our show, and put in a code word that I have, a password, so not just any Tom, Dick, and Harry can dial into our studio. That would be good, right? So I have a passcode, and I dial in. It connects me to this studio, and then up on my phone, I see the same studio control board for the most part that I would if I were actually in the studio doing a show. And I'm using my phone and a headset and earplugs to hear you guys on. I'm using my phone, so it's all through with the internet. And the interesting thing is, I could go, knowing, because we've tried this now. We've tried this as I don't know, about a month ago. I was traveling. I forget where I was, but Seattle maybe. I forget, whatever. Anyway, but now that we know we can do this, we can do the show wherever there is Wi-Fi, which means I could be on a safari or on a boat out in the ocean that has Wi-Fi, and we could do the show exactly how we're doing it here. It's pretty cool. And I think what that also means that if I don't have a computer, I don't travel with a computer anymore. I'm done with that. I think maybe I'll change my mind because I'm able to do more, see more, gather more information, entertain more. If I had a computer than my phone, the phone's not the most, easiest thing to fumble around with, where you're trying to do things, look up numbers, look up my own notes that I usually take before that show, so I can speak about something, at least sound half intelligent about something. But anyway, so I usually have a whole bunch of notes and everything I have going to a show, which I don't always have with me when I'm remote. But what it tells me is that we, as a show, as the Andy and Amanda show, are able to literally take this program. If I had a laptop computer and hook up microphones and the whole thing, which I could do via interface, as you know, Amanda, we could set up a mini studio anywhere. And we were joking before interviewing. If I interview now, I have to give somebody my phone, But we could set up a computer anywhere at an exposition, at a conference, at a boat show, for example, and broadcast live from anywhere in the world where there's Wi-Fi. And it just gives. Because we are in, we have had or have listeners in 22 countries right now, and that number's growing. The number of listeners in those countries is growing. The number of listeners in the United States, and Germany, and Canada, Australia, and UK, and Mexico. And welcome aboard all the folks who are listening to this around the world. Here I am in Fort Lauderdale, for God's sake. Amanda's in the UK, and Cornell is up in near Philadelphia, Delaware, and our voices are being heard around the world right now. It's kind of like, when you think about it, it's whoa, whoa. So we do welcome everybody on board, and it's great to be doing this, and we do want we're sincere about wanting you to join our program, whether you want to send a comment or suggestion or your ideas or thoughts via email at andyandamandaShow@gmail.com. Or call the show at 515-605-9888, or visit us on the internet at Andy and Amanda. Yeah, I'll get it straight. What's the show called, Andy? It's Andy. Listen to this. Listen. Oh, I can't hear. Start talking Spanish. Do you hear that?
Yes.
If they're promoting Fort Lauderdale, there's 24 miles of beaches. I've got a while before my flight to Los Angeles, so I might go ahead and go hit one. But anyway, AndyandAmandaShow.com, folks. AndyandAmandaShow.com. Visit the website. And you can, from the website, click Listen to Live, and if we're not live, most likely we won't be, it'll take you to the archives, and you can hear any one of literally hundreds of shows that we've done. And I can't believe we've been doing this so long, but it's been really great. We've covered a lot of really interesting subjects. We've had a lot of great conversations, discussions about all things, all aspects of life, from relationships and sex to sports, to movies, TV, finance, acting, producing, music. Politics, religion, life, human motivation. We think about all the things that we talk about on the show, and it's your show, folks. We're just normal citizens like you are, and we found this platform. We decided to get together. Let's try this, and bam, here we are, a year and a half later, practically, still going strong and growing. And we're all the same. We're all doing this together. We want you to join our conversation. This is, we're not professional journalists. We're not CNN or Fox News or BBC. And here's your opportunity to voice your opinion, voice what matters to you. That's what we're all about here. And that's what we want you to get involved in. And now if you donate 25 cents, we'll all be doing great.
Yes, true, actually. In 1932. If it was 1932, it would definitely do great with 25 cents.
Yeah, right.
Every man and woman must be prepared to put his best effort into the job.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
thank you. That was Winston
Rihanna,
Churchill, by the way.
That singer, Rihanna, she's now officially a billionaire. I was just like, wow. She's done so well for herself.
A millionaire.
Yeah, she's a billionaire. No, billionaire.
Billionaire?
Yeah, she's the richest female singer now.
Yeah, she is, she's worth she's worth $1.7 billion, with an estimated $1.4 billion coming from her Fenty Beauty Cosmetics company.
Really?
Fair play. Yeah, fair play to her. That's incredible. The rest of her fortune mostly comes from lingerie company Savage X Fenty, worth an estimated $270 million, and her earnings from music and acting. Wow. She is the second only.
Go, girl.
Yeah. She is the second only to Oprah Winfrey as the world's richest female entertainer. Wow. That's so freaking cool. Fair play.
You're going to be right behind him, kiddo.
Yes.
That would be something.
Stay right.
Actually, she is behind them.
Yeah, like way behind them.
Women walking around this airport, I got to tell you. Anyway.
We see how it is, you little sauce pot.
I promised you.
Yes. Andy, you have to take a picture in the airport so we can show our listeners, so they could go to our Instagram at the Andy and Amanda Show and check out Andy at the airport doing live radio.
Yeah, you never know. Wouldn't that be pretty cool?
It would be cool. If you can find me, we find Andy at the Fort Lauderdale airport doing the show. And somebody, we give him $1,000. If they can find me, I'll give him $1,000 right now. Hurry up, folks. This is, right now in Fort Lauderdale. $1,000.
I would laugh so hard.
Here comes somebody now. It's okay. Let's see. No, couple kids.
Oh, no.
Excuse me. Are you looking for me? No. No, would I hand him $1,000? He said yes.
No.
All you have to do is say yes. And then we're going to win $1,000 winner on the Andy Amanda Show. Hurry up, folks. No. $1,000 is yours. Seriously, from the Andy Amanda Show, $1,000 if you can find me at the Fort Lauderdale airport right now. Go.
Yes. But guys, the secret is Andy is hiding in the bathroom underneath the toilet. There's like 1 million bathrooms in there.
Wait, here comes somebody. But wait, here's somebody.
I have no further use for you.
Yeah. Be gone. No, I guess Excuse me, ma'am. Are you looking for me? No. Nope. See?
Oh, wow. I just laugh so hard right now if somebody did actually come up to you and say, oh my God, I'm listening to the show. Can I have my $1,000? I think your reaction would be priceless.
Definitely.
Like the dollars or rubles?
He'll give him 1,000 times.
Yeah, although you didn't say which dollars, because there's different types of dollars
right.
as well, isn't there?
Yeah, right. He'll pull up the Monopoly game.
Catastrophe.
Don't go past go.
Monopoly money was so cool. You know, when they changed that board game over from like proper money, well, not proper money, but money, paper money to like the credit card swiping thing, I find that like, although that was a pretty cool changeover, I missed handling the Monopoly money. I mean, come on. Am I just old school, or is that just, yeah.
Well, here comes a woman. Wait, she's coming up to me. Wait, an elderly woman. She's got a little walker. Come here. Yeah, step this way. Step this way. Are you by any chance looking for, what do you have to say to our listeners? Wait, come here. Speak on the phone. Speak on the phone. Here you go.
You absolutely, if you play golf, if you play tennis, or whatever you do, you have to make time for sex.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Wow, thank you for that advice.
Dr.
That's
Ruth,
great, yeah.
oh my gosh, can you get an autograph? Hey Andy, let's make it fun. If they could find you right now at the airport, you will treat them to dinner. That'll make it more simple.
Okay. Yeah, I'll treat you. Okay. I will.
You know,
I will.
I wonder how much of that advice she's given out to people and how many people have had baby Ruths around the house.
Yes. That's funny.
Hey, there's something awfully screwy going on around here.
Are these fucking people kidding me?
Well, it's Friday. It's the weekend, guys. What are your plans?
It is. I've got that Friday feeling.
It is for me, and I wanted to speak a couple of minutes if we can, and I may need your help looking this up. I can probably do it. I can try it. Normally on Friday, you know, we've been covering the stock market, the AMC predicted squeeze, and GameStop and Tesla and various other stocks in terms of being just individual citizens, not investment advisors, as regarding, you know, what we're all doing with our money, what's going on with the market, and specifically AMC.
Yeah. So
I guess, you know, sticking with that tradition, you know, what we've been talking about, we should probably go ahead and talk about what the price is now. And I think we have some people who I know I've invested. And the AMC
Andy,
right
if you
now,
give me a few hours, I will be there in Florida if you stay there.
I'm here. Right now,
I remember I have to catch a plane too.
I know you do. I bought AMC at 31 something. It's 33.47 now. It doesn't matter. I don't care if it drops to 21. I hope it does, because I want to buy a whole bunch more of it there. Because we're all, you know, the last few Fridays, if you're paying attention at all to our Friday shows, we've had some great guests on every Friday talking about AMC, the movement of the stock, the principles, the theory behind it, why the squeeze is going to happen, not will it, but when will it is the question, and also the theory behind what's going on with the manipulation of the market by hedge fund managers and so forth. And it's been a great conversation, and I guess we'll hold off really to dive more into it till you know, I get back into our studios. We're able to have Will Lowback and Lee Van Dusen back on the show, as they have been in previous Fridays.
Absolutely.
What's going on? Where, you know, I've been reading up on it, and I could kind of, you know, I'm going to hold off on that until next Friday, when we'll present another, you know, AMC stock squeeze show. Where is it? When is it? What's it about? How to get involved? Should I do it? I advise everybody, if you haven't done so yet, just go to Fidelity in U.S. That is, go to Fidelity Investments and open up an account. And you know, I mean, it's a lot of fun. I mean, you know, there's a lot of ways to lose money. There's a lot of ways to make money, and there's a lot of ways to invest money. And being a smart investor in the market, especially something around this AMC deal, is I'm pretty confident, a pretty sure way to put money in your pocket.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would, you know.
Yeah, I agree with you completely. I'm looking forward to talking more on it. I've been trying to avoid checking that stock
Yes.
But I'm that confident in it anyway that, it doesn't really faze me to look at it. I mean, but then the stakes weren't extremely high, so for me. So,
I bought some Tesla. Tesla's at 717. I haven't really. If I've made or lost anything, it's been literally $2 or $3 either way. And like you, Amanda, I'm not paying attention to it whatsoever. I'm not doing this to let's buy it at 30 and wait till it goes to 40 and sell it and make $10 a share. It's not.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, Will Lomack, he explained last week that when you buy stock, you can buy a market, which means that however many buyers are ahead of you, their orders go through, and then your order comes and it goes through, and whatever the market is, when they get your order and put it through, that's what it is, plus a point or two or minus a point or two. When you buy, and the same thing goes to sell. When you buy or sell it at a limit, that means you specify when the stock hits this specific price, that's when my order happens, regardless of who's ahead of you, who's behind you. And what Will did, his sell limit on the ton of AMC that he has is at $1,000 a share.
Right.
And if it goes to $4, I mean, I don't know what he bought at, but I'm sure he bought it way low, knowing Will. But so if it goes to 400, 600, 800 a share, where somebody like myself would say sell. I mean, I bought it low. My God, I'm, talking about buying a new boat. There it is, right? So, but Will said, don't be fooled by that. That it could go up to 400, then back down to 70, and you'll be shooting yourself and saying, why didn't you sell at 400? But then, wait happens when you see it go to 1,000, and if you sold at 400, you'll be shooting yourself in the foot. Oh my God, I should have. Oh my God. But Will's limited. Sell at 1,000. And if you bought this stock in the 20s or teens or $3 or $4 way back when, or 40s or as Lee bought a bunch at 58, something like that, and now it's down to 30. He doesn't care. He's buying more. That's 20. I'm buying more. I don't really care. I don't even look at it. I don't care. Because the squeeze, and I read up on the squeeze and how it's going to happen, what the theory behind it is, and because some of the big names in the market are saying, don't buy this, don't buy that, and that's because all the big hedge funds put the money on the short sell. You're diving this thing down, and the apes, people like yourself, Amanda, and myself, and Will, and Lee, and thousands of other people continue to buy the stock.
Don't forget me, guys.
Did you buy Cornell?
Yeah, me. Hell yeah.
Right. So, wow, great.
Yeah.
All right, great. I didn't know. Fabulous. But great. And we're all kind of part of a club. We're all part of a club. It's very cool.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We're officially apes, as they call us.
I can't look at it. If I look at it, I know I'll get nervous. So that's why the last time I looked at it was like when I put the money in, and that's it. I'm just let it grow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's what we're doing. Yeah.
Fantastic. Yes, it's exciting stuff. I've never been part of anything like that before, so it's like, woohoo. Bit of a thrill.
Tesla
and the thing about it, I listened to the program last week, what we did, and I kind of felt like peer pressure. I feel like I was going to lose something, and I wanted to be involved. That's all. And I was like, you know what? Let me put a certain amount in there so I could feel like I'm involved. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want it to hit and make millions and thousands or whatever, and I'm not a part of it. So it's a great investment to me.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. It is great. It's great to be involved with something that's so fluidly moving. It's like, and it's such a, I mean, we are molding and shaping something that previously we thought was out of our control and out of our hands, and we are moving into the show that it's not up to these multi-billion-dollar hedge fund companies that decide what the market does and when it does what it does.
Yeah.
And it's very, very, very great, very good. So anyway, normally we do as you guys know, we do a finance show. We have been anyway. The last few Fridays, it's been a whole lot of fun, and So just want to pick up on that discussion just a little bit to stay within the tradition of our Friday show. But now, anything else goes. What else happens? What else is going on over there? What else is going on over there?
What else is going on over here? You know, I came across this really interesting, I say it's kind of freaky. We should have used it for like a horror movie show. There's this doctor, now I'm going to have fun pronouncing this name, Hossam Metwali, poisoned his partner in an exorcism ritual. Okay, so
really,
yeah, he's a niece. I can't get no word.
You talking about Wally the Well?
No, you know what's the name of the person who gives the vaccine to people that puts them to sleep?
I cast you out, unclean spirit, in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ.
It was him. It was that guy right there. You got his name wrong.
Prince of heaven,
wow.
depths of hell. Fuck him, Garrus, from the creature of God.
He really took that personal.
Yeah, he did. Yes, he did.
And I'm not going to take this anymore.
Man, are you sure you got his name right?
The Son, the Holy Spirit, by this sign of the Holy Cross of our Lord Jesus Christ.
Oh my God, that movie was so scary.
With the Father and the Holy Spirit. David.
Oh my God. Amanda, what did you say?
I don't have to tell you things are bad.
Defender of the human race.
Oh my goodness.
Look down in pity.
You killed your mother.
Your servant.
You left her alone to die.
Shut up! I'll never forgive you.
Shut up! Bastard! Oh!
Whoa.
Oh my gosh, Amanda, you opened up a can of worms.
To depart
Open a can of worms?
of God.
Sounds more dangerous than that. Killer
Oh
worms.
my God.
Holy boy.
You have Wallace the well man.
Matt Wally. I think that's a funny name.
I mean, Wally the oh shit, I fucked up now.
The power of Christ.
Look at that.
The power of Christ compels you.
I'm sorry.
The power of Christ compels you.
Like, okay.
The power of Christ compels you. The power of Christ compels you.
Too much.
Oh
my goodness.
Guess what? After all that, the demons sit there and say, "You's a crazy motherfucker."
Well, I think they probably were at this dude because this dude he's 61 and he performed a dangerous perversion of the Islamic ritual on his wife in their home in Grimsby. Right? He did. Let's have a look. How many rituals he did? He did 250 rituals on her since 2016 because he believes she was possessed by some supernatural spirits known as jinns or yins. I don't know how they pronounce that. And they had 200 clips that they shown to the jury when he went to court. And they were crazy. They were absolutely crazy. And so, yeah, he's been found guilty and... yeah, it's not looking good.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Hey, that's, sometimes you got to scratch your head and wonder, don't you?
Yeah.
Hey, Cornell.
Yes.
Cornell, you still there? Okay.
To attain your epic ass, can you describe your exercise regime?
What do you think?
I get in the bathtub.
Well, listen, I guess we're about ready to wrap here. This has been a great time here in Fort Lauderdale. And
Andy, don't go nowhere. I want to hear from Wallace the Well again.
No, that was too much. That was way too much.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Oh boy.
So wait a minute. I know. I got one. Wait a minute. I have one for you, Cornell, and that it would bring back, blast from the past. I got to find it. Gotta find it.
Oh,
Give me
no.
a second here. Oh, wait.
I know which one's coming.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Yeah, but folks, we should, I guess, begin to think about wrapping the show.
That's all, folks.
No,
Yeah.
we're getting there. Anyway, I was going to say something. Oh, I think I know what it was. Here it is, Cornell. This is it.
Tick-tock, 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 tick-tock.
That's a classic. Straight from the juice man himself.
Oh yeah. I had a question. So, Cornell, what are you doing over the weekend? You're going to be in Orlando, Florida.
Yes, I'm flying out today to go to Orlando, Florida to see Mickey Mouse and that new Star Wars exhibit, and I'm going to NASA.
This takes years and years and years.
Yeah.
That sounds great.
Yeah. It's
me
and my wife. My wife's anniversary this weekend.
Yeah.
Happy anniversary, wifey.
Happy anniversary. Woohoo, yeah. I hope you have an amazing time. That's going to be so much fun.
I will send
Congratulations
pictures to our listeners and you guys.
Nah. Make sure you spoil each other good now, okay?
TikTok. I really want to hear from Wallace the Well.
Oh my goodness.
These people are sick.
That's good timing.
Wallace the Whale. Oh, that's so funny.
Well, everybody, let me tell you guys, the listeners on the Andy and Amanda show, Andy will be sending a picture of him at the airport live. So if you're watching our Instagram, you can see all our social medias, right, Amanda?
Absolutely. Yes, darling.
They're doing it. They've already announced they're going to do it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. We don't know when he will give it to us.
Yeah, I will. I'll send that picture along, and Cornell, you can put it up on our social media. It'll be, it'll be a pleasure to be able to do that here. And I got another 3.5 hour wait before my flight departs for Los Angeles. So I was going to go down the beach, and I was going to lift down the beach. I figured, by the time I get down the beach and hang there for a little bit, it's like, $15 each way or whatever. I come back, they go through security again, they go through the airport. I'm like, hell with it. I live in Southern California. I really don't need.
Well, why don't you go and get you some dinner, Andy? Get a nice wine.
I want to go to the bar and hang. I want to go to the bar and hang and just kind of imagine that Amanda would be with me here doing the show. For those of you who don't know, I need to say one more time that we, the three of us on the show right now, have. Wait, listen. Here's anybody going to Baltimore? Your flight's boarding now. Just everybody on the show listening, and you're going to Baltimore.
Yes. Hey, Andy, let me ask you a question. How's the weather over there?
88 degrees and partly cloudy.
Okay.
Yeah, 88 and partly. Hey, Cornell, I got one for you.
Yeah.
Venus.
Yeah.
I like my hips to be held, and I like to, so I can still move back and forth and, work it, twerk it.
Oh, that's my baby right there. I love her. Thank you, man. I needed to hear from her. I miss her.
Seriously.
I really miss her.
There are attractive women. I got to tell you guys. I'm just
She came in my life last winter.
You did? There are seriously some very attractive women in Fort Lauderdale, as far as I can tell right now. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. You guys. Talent watching.
Well, Amanda, I can't see.
Yeah, true.
Wait,
I know.
Go ahead.
We've just got to sit there and imagine it with him, haven't we? Let's picture this.
Hey, Andy, this is the right.
Thank you very much. Wow, we have some big ones today.
What knocker?